Hey everyone, this is Dodgers 1593, and I am currently in a debate with the light of speed over the existence of God and whether or not religion is true or if it's just a fairy tale. I advise you that you should listen to both our arguments, have an open mind, and then you can decide who won the debate or who's right and who's wrong. Thank you. The light of speed refuted my first argument, saying that if I can believe that God is eternal, then how come the universe is eternal? Well, where did all that outside energy come from before the universe was made? Because something had to have so much energy, it had to power all our stars, the sun, the moon, the earth. If you want me to believe that there was really nothing there with all that energy to power something as complex as our earth, then I don't know if I can believe you on that one. Why can't it be God? Sure, the universe could be eternal, but where did all the stuff to build the universe come from? You say that millions of years dust or something blew up, right? So then where did the dust come from? There was no space, no time, no matter, no energy. Where did the dust come from? How you can't believe that there has to be a creator is a little puzzling. The world is evidence that there is a creator. Just to say that this world came by chance, by luck of the draw, is kind of funny. I mean, I don't mean to laugh at you, but to think that the world came from absolutely nothing is just crazy. I mean, look at everything. I mean, look at all the energy. That couldn't have come from nothing. I think an outside force, outside of space and time, had to have made that, and I think it was God. But you can think that it was nothing, and that's fine with me. You have every right to believe whatever you want, but I think that it was God. The light of speed criticized me on using the 4 great questions as proof for the existence of God. The 4 great questions were in no way used to prove the existence of God. They were used to make you think about why you're here, where you're going to go, why, where, who, what, when, where, why, basically, okay? They were not used to prove the existence of God, because those questions in no way prove the existence of God. They're just making you think a little bit, which will lead you towards believing in God. And to say that you think that when you die you'll be recycled into dirt or whatever, you think that is beautiful? Listen to this. When you die and you accept Jesus, you will live forever in heaven. There's no pain, no suffering, no death. It's perfect. Would you rather be dirt or live forever? To say, I don't find that beautiful, that I'm going to be recycled into dirt, because then that makes me feel like my life has no meaning. Oh, okay, I'm going to die and then that's it, and I'm going to be dirt for all eternity, okay? That doesn't really make sense, okay? I would not want to be dirt after I die. You say that the lie of Christianity is the big lie from the quote I used from Hitler: if you tell a lie long enough, loud enough, that people will believe it. People are more likely to believe a big lie than a small lie. And then you stated this explains why there's more Christians than atheists in the world. Well, actually, the reason there are more Christians than atheists in the world is because all the people who are Christians have found God. They know He exists, they can feel Him, they've accepted Christ, and their lives are changed for the better. Okay? That is why there are more Christians than atheists, because millions of people around the world have found God to be true to His promise. Seek God with all your mind, heart, and soul, and He will manifest Himself to you, and you will know He exists. That's why there are so many more Christians than atheists in the world, because they have already found God. And the people who are atheists refuse to find God, so they won't find God. That's why there's more Christians than atheists in the world. I want to quote a Bible verse that makes sense in stating that God exists. I'm going to read it to you right now. The fool hath said, there is no God. Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. Psalm 14, verse 1, excuse me. If there really was no God, David, who wrote the Psalms, was calling himself a fool. in a book that he wrote, okay? If there really was no God, why would David write something saying a fool does not believe in God? It doesn't make sense. It's like calling himself a fool for believing in nothing, okay? And there's something else I want to state about the Bible. The people who wrote the Bible stated that lying was a sin, okay? So God in the Bible didn't exist, and they were making it all up. They were breaking the same laws they were telling other people not to break, okay? If they stressed Judgment Day so much, forgiveness, repentance, but they didn't believe in what they were writing, then they were committing a sin that they told other people not to commit, and that doesn't really make sense. I'm now going to go into my evolution argument. So if you see me reading off the screen, it's the notes I typed on this debate to prove to the light of speed that God exists and that evolution is a myth, just like the light of speed will respond saying that God is a myth and evolution is true. But I'm going to read the notes I took about evolution, and I hope you listen with an open mind. Okay? One of the simplest and best proofs that evolution is a joke is the fact that there is no recorded history prior to 4000 BC. So, if evolution were true, we should have billions of years of history from the first humans. Okay? If all we have is a 4,000 year time frame, then that makes you wonder, well, is evolution really true or not? Because if evolution was really true, we would have so much more recorded history that dates back farther than 4000 BC. Okay? And now I'm going to talk about the technological advancements that disprove evolution. If, as evolutionists claim, the Earth is billions of years old and mankind has evolved from a lower and simpler form of life, then why has mankind gone from writing upon stones to laser printers in just the past 3,500 years? When God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, they were written upon stone, okay? It is abundantly clear that the Egyptians carved messages into stone, which were the hieroglyphics. So why is it that mankind has only discovered better inventions in the past few thousand years? If mankind had evolved, as evolutionists claim, then why didn't man discover ink 1,000,000 years ago? Think about it. This is an astonishing thought. There were no planes, cars, computers, refrigerators, electricity, lights, gas, powered equipment, telephones, recording devices, CD players, MP3 players, electric razors, televisions, record players, movie cameras, or a million other modern technological inventions, just a mere 170 years ago. Civilization has advanced from utter primitiveness to incredible mind-boggling achievements in just a little over 100 years. So why didn't mankind discover any of this stuff 100 million years ago, or 100,000 years ago for that matter? Let's take a look at the ignorance of doctors. Okay, it took human life billions of years to learn that you have to wash your hands. Doctors didn't believe it. They laughed at it, saying, well, your hands really have no effect on your health. Okay, so if it only took hundreds of years for doctors to realize this, and if we evolved from billions of years before, then how come we didn't learn how to wash our hands millions of years ago? Or billions of years ago, for that matter, if we evolved from simpler life to larger life. I mean, the earliest humans who evolved would have known to wash their hands, but they didn't. We didn't learn how to wash our hands until this century, okay? Or the previous century, okay? They used to bleed people to think that that would cure them.